Hi friends, it's Elise here, and it's time to set up my planner for May using the new Cocoa Daisy kit. Right now I'm just flipping through some of the things that come in the kit. These are the inserts. So you get a week on one page, a month on 2 pages, a week on 2 pages, and daily to-do sheets. You get 4 pieces of paper that are double-sided, a bunch of tabs, a bunch of tab labels, die cuts, a little charm that I made into a tassel, some washi, some cute little puffy stickers that you can use to make paper clips, a date kit, a functional sheet, and then a notepad and post-its, and really exciting is this Pen Gems pen with all these beautiful shades of green. This month I'm going to be using a Recollections planner from Michael, one of the A5 ones. They're always really messed up, the A5 ones, but they work for me for the month. I got this really pretty green shade, and I'm going to flip through the things that come with the planner. We get 3 different types of inserts, 3 plastic dividers, this year on 1 page flip out. We're also going to be using the date stickers from my shop that coordinate with the Cocoa Daisy kit, and the winner of the giveaway will be winning that. I'm also going to let the winner choose one of the new functional sheets that I've added, or these watercolor swatch stickers, whatever they want, along with a tassel. So those are the things that the giveaway winner is going to be winning. This month I'm going to be making a shaker dashboard. I just printed out a design that I created onto like transparency film for copiers, like for a laser printer, and I'm going to put that inside. Right now I'm just using my fuse tool, and I'm using one of the papers that I cut down kind of as a guide. And there is like no perfectionism here. It's just totally willy-nilly, like just hack it and make it work. The only way that I can really make it work well is to kind of like go upwards in little like jutting motions that is not very pleasing to look at, but you know, you have to get pretty close to be that offended by it. So I just went ahead and punched the holes. That way I can decide how big I want my little hole punch area, I guess, to be, because I'm going to slice that off like I just did there. Then I'm going to slide that in, and I'm going to use the fuse tool along there again just to close off the holes from the actual shaker compartment. So then I'll just put both of those in there together, and as you see, I'm just kind of doing these uneven strokes here. Hopefully I'll get better, but usually I'm like filming, so I'm kind of like in a hurry, and so I just kind of quickly do it. Alright, now I'm adding in some of the sequins that I got from Michael's, and I made the decision that I won't make again to put in this like Heidi Swap clear word little element. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, I knew that it was directional and it would be upside down sometimes, but that's not so much the problem. The problem is that when I put it over a divider that had words on it, it just seemed a little bit busy. But I was not about to pry this thing open again and do it over. So I just went with it, and lesson learned. I'll just go with the sequins. I just felt like it looked kind of empty with just the sequins, so I wanted to put something else in there. But I won't add probably words again, because usually there will be a paper behind it with words. At first I was going to put this paper with all the ferns on it, but I just felt like the design inside the shaker kind of blended in a little bit. So I decided to go with what is actually my favorite paper in the kit, this kind of quatrefoil watercolor print. I decided to put that behind it and then decorate it. So I made my tabs, and now I'm going to go in with my tab labels. This month they didn't include a couple labels that I like to use, which are like, I do like a Hello May or Hello Month for the week on 2 pages, so I just made some for myself. And then they also didn't have another one. Maybe it was, oh yeah, like the one I use for my journaling, like random thoughts, I guess. So I just made some quick for myself. And if you would like them too, like I'm not going to sell them, but if you buy the date kit and you want them, just write it in the notes to seller, and I would be happy to include them for you as well if you do the same kind of tabs that I do. I know some people do. So yeah, I have a month on 2 pages tab, a week on 2 pages tab, a daily to-do tab, a random thoughts tab, which is what I do the journaling on the week on 1 page. And then I did go back and create you'll see another tab for my notes section in the back, because they only include 4 papers, so I had to track down another paper that I thought would work. And I didn't do that until the next day when I was filming. So you'll see that though. Right now I'm layering the Post-its, and oh my gosh, look at that. So it's so crazy. One of the Post-its, it was like a misprint. So that just really surprised me, but the rest were fine, so it's okay. I'd love to see how Post-its are made. I wonder if they have one of those how things work shows where they show you how Post-its are made, because I just wonder how they line it all up and then punch it. I just have no idea. I'm interested. Right now I'm just going ahead and decorating my first divider. I like to just layer different journaling cards on top of each other. These are some Project Life cards, and then I'm just using some of the Post-it notes from the kit to decorate it a little bit more, because there aren't that many die cuts and they actually are pretty small. So I thought I'd just flesh out the design a little bit more and add a few more layers with the Post-its. Now I'm going in with some washi there on the top, just to add a little bit more dimension and visual interest. I really love this gray polka dot washi. It wasn't from the Target dollar spot, it was from an end cap, clearance section. So I'm sure I can never find it again, and there really wasn't much on the roll, but I really like it. Then I just layered on top of it an arrow print washi from the Paper Studio at Hobby Lobby. I toyed with putting some washi down here just to balance it out, but I felt like it was just a little bit busy and made it a little bit too heavy. So that pretty much completes the first divider, and it's time to move on to the next one. The next divider was really busy already with the ferns, so I decided not to decorate that one. I liked it the way it was. Now I'm taking a piece of paper here that I really like. It's from a Heidi Swap, one of those little bags that has lots of different elements, and I really wanted to include it. It doesn't completely blend in with the green foliage theme that's going on in this kit, but I did like it, and I really wanted a special place to include it. And as I've said in other videos, I feel like dividers are the perfect place to use those special things that you kind of would feel guilty for stashing away on a weekly spread. When it's on a divider, then you see it a lot more, and you could technically reuse it for a long time. So I always try and use things that are special to me on dividers. Now I'm just trying to figure out how I want to layer this all and make it work. I really wanted to try and use this coral colored washi because I really felt like it was such a perfect match, but I just really couldn't find a way. There was this whole planner setup was a little bit of a struggle. There were lots of places where I was just struggling with things. My camera kept dying. At one point I started bleeding. It was just a mess. But it all came together in the end, but it was kind of a struggle to make things work. I don't know why, but it all worked out. So right now I'm debating whether I should cut this into a banner shape, but I really love how the Heidi Swap paper coordinates with this Project Life card in the back, that little printed banner. So I really want to include that, and I decided maybe I should kind of fussy cut around the edge of this flower using my slice tool, which I don't think it was really made to do this kind of work, but it worked out okay. It's not perfect, don't get too close. So I just fussy cut around those edges, and now I'm going to tuck the card into there just to kind of make it flow a little better. Then I was really lazy and I didn't want to get up and go to the paper cutter, so I was just trying to kind of use the edge of the paper to cut it. I need one of those little paper cutters. The one I have has an arm on it, and it's an ordeal to move around, so I just keep it somewhere else, but I didn't want to get up because then I'd be stepping over cords and all kinds of stuff. My filming area is kind of let's just say it's definitely a fire safety hazard. We don't want to invite the fire marshal over for tea anytime soon. But we are planning on setting up our empty bedroom as a filming area for me, but we just need to do that because right now it's filled with soundproofing foam that my husband bought for his studio, and we need to get that out of there. So hopefully soon I'll have an actual place. My filming projects won't be homeless. So that pretty much finishes that divider, and now I'm on to this one, which is kind of like a mosaic, like a kind of garden. I think of it as like a garden patio table kind of motif. I'm just layering some different papers on there to see what will work. I usually just try and like quickly zoom through my stash and see what papers I think and journaling cards might work, but it's always funny that what you think in your head that the colors are and everything is not always exactly what they end up being. Like, I have an idea in my head, but then sometimes when I look at the papers, I'm like, oh wow, that really didn't go anyway. So then usually the papers that I got is like cut in half for the ones that I can actually use. Right now I'm just layering some washi, and I really like that green one. That's from the Paper Studio. And then I'm just trying to see if there are any of the die cuts that I can use, and I really like that. I think that I decide to take this piece of scrapbook paper and cut it into like a banner shape, which I do there, and then layer that on top. I wish I had just left it like that, but that's not what happened. This is one of the hot mess endeavors here, but I decide to try and bring out some of the yellows in this paper by layering some yellow washi on top, but it actually ends up not working out so well, and I try and peel it up, and even though washi usually always peels up really well, it actually ripped the scrapbook paper, not the Cocoa Daisy paper, but the scrapbook paper. So that was a major bummer. And there's a couple places in this video where I just start layering washi and it's just not working. So I decided I didn't like that, so I rip it up, and then here's where it happens. Oh yeah, so I try and go on the other side and I still can't salvage it. Yeesh. So I just decided to try and cover it up now. Now we're in like, you know, remediation mode here, trying to regain our losses. So then I put the yellow back, and I don't remember if I still keep the yellow or not. I want to say I peel it up again, but I don't remember. I think I might peel it up again. Yeah, I think I decide that I like this gray washi more. Yep, I peel it up, and then I layer on top of it this cute gray polka dot washi. And then I decide not to cut it into a banner shape. I think I just leave it like flat across, and then I have the spotted green washi on top that I do cut into a flag banner. And then I take the excess and put it on the bottom just to kind of make it a little bit interesting to look at. And then I take some of these cute, like, kind of like Luna moth die cuts, and I put those on the bottom. And it's not a complete loss. You can't tell that I had problems that much. So now that's done, and it's time to go ahead and put in our inserts. So on the first tab, I like to have my month on 2 pages. And what I've started doing with these that I really like is just a little bit of memory planning. Like, I'll just do one little thing that happened that day, and I might doodle or add some stickers. This is a planner that I use for work, but I do like that component of it because I was trying to figure out what to do on the monthly pages. Because I plan really in another planner, like where I write down everything that's coming up, but I wanted to come up with a way to use that one because it is so small, and I thought the memory planning really worked. So now I'm going in with the date kit that I make to coordinate with the Cocoa Daisy colors each month. And this is how I use them. It comes with 2 sets of date dots, 31 flag dates, and then these weekly Sunday to Monday, or you can make it Monday to Sunday, arrows. Then on our daily to-do pages, there's another page in the date kit that has the days of the week flags here. And then I like to use the other set of date dots to put on the daily to-do pages there. The kit also comes with some little washi strips and always some different deco stickers. So in the bottom, I don't ever need to track my hydration because I always have something to drink, water. So I like to just kind of mess around a little bit and use stickers in this section. So here is another place where it's just kind of a hot mess. So I started off thinking that I would use this mint kind of washi, but it was just super transparent, and I felt like I needed something more, so then I'm going in with my favorite polka dot gray washi, and I was gonna just do like over the gaps, but then I just decided that wasn't working either, so I just kind of started filling in. Oh no, I used this like stone kind of washi, and then it was still transparent and it just wasn't working, so I decided I'd just cover it all with that. So now we have 2 layers of washi on there, and then I decided that I wanted to maybe have some washi going another direction. So I took the gray polka dot washi and the teal washi, and I just made some little flags to put underneath a Mambi quote sticker. And it works enough, but it's definitely not the best. I'm not going to put this one on my resume, that's for sure. Just kidding. So then I put that there, and that is done. I'm also going in with a couple little deco stickers from my coordinating date kit. In this section, I like to do a little bit of journaling every day. I find that the space is perfect and not too overwhelming. Usually I use a skinny piece of washi to line up the dates, but I was a little bit traumatized about peeling up washi, so I was just decided that I was just gonna kind of wing it. So I put the little stickers closest to the holes. That way I could just kind of line up the rest. So now I did track down another piece of scrapbook paper that I felt like worked. This is like an extra piece of some paper that I used as a divider in March, and I really liked how it went in March. And I felt like maybe I could bring out some different colors instead of just going with this kind of green and blue teal palette. So I am just going to line up the tab on the top, and I like to just have 4 tabs going down and then the notes one on the top, because the notes section I remove at the end of the month and transfer it into my next planner, so I don't necessarily need to keep that tab in there. So I like to just have the 4 tabs and then this one at the top and the back. I got this little dashboard booklet. That's where I got that every day is every experience as a teacher, a little card. It was from the Target dollar spot, and it has the hole punches to fit their planners, but I just figured I could use them as journaling cards. So I got the pack, and that's what I did here. So now I decided that it might be kind of interesting to layer the journaling cards in different directions and not symmetrically. So that's what I'm doing here, just to make it look a little bit more organic and just kind of like they naturally fell down there. I also decided to pull in a journaling card that had a little bit of yellow on it, just to, spice things up a little bit. I lost the die cuts because this is the second day that I'm filming, and I don't know where I put the die cuts because I kind of cleaned things up in a hurry. So I'm just putting down some of the watercolor swatches from my shop that coordinate. There they are. They're like on a clear paper, and I would have put a die cut there like you see my hands. I'm like, I don't know where they are. So instead I just layer the sleeve here, and it's, it works. But yeah, if you decide to order my date kit, just say in the notes to Seller Box that we are YouTube friends. Just put YouTube friends, and I will give you a free sample of those watercolor swatches. And then also if you want the little supplemental tab stickers, just put that in there too, and I'll include those 2 stickers. Right now I am going ahead and decorating my planner pockets. These are really strange. I really like the Recollections personal size planners, but the A5 ones are just always kind of odd and awkward to kind of decorate because they have these credit card slots that don't go all the way across, so it's kind of hard to fill them up as you move up the pockets. So I found that a little washi strip, washi sampler, is a nice way to use that space and to pull in some other colors. So I just cut up a piece of acetate from some packaging, and I cut it down to size, and then I use that to make my little sampler. I haven't filled it up completely yet because I wanted to see what colors I should pull on to the swatches first, just to see what the final spread kind of looked like, what the final setup looked like, and see if there was another color that maybe I could put there to balance things out a little bit. So I left that top part blank. Right now, what I usually do is just layer some different journaling cards and paper clips. That's pretty much all it is, journaling cards and paper clips in the pockets here. and they usually stay all set up for the whole month. Things don't really move around much. You can secure the papers to the little slots with the paper clips, and it works out pretty well. So I just added on my washi there. I decided to incorporate some of the teal, and now I'm going in and making the little puffy sticker paper clips that come with the kit. I think though that I'm not the biggest fan of these. I only made 2 of them because I just didn't really use them very much this month, and they kind of flop around a little bit. So yeah, they're cute, but not my favorite. I decided that piece of scrap paper was looking a little bit blank, so I pulled in a Mandy quote sticker and some of that green washi, and then I'm gonna add this little paper butterfly embellishment that I got at the Michael's $1.50 section like several years ago, and I never used them. Like, I was thinking maybe I should have put them in the shaker dashboard. That might have been cute, but I was just envisioning them getting like completely crushed and smushed and upside down, whatever, so I didn't. Now I'm just filling up the pockets with the stickers, and I'm adding the tassel. So for this giveaway, you will win the date kit, and you can also pick another functional sheet, and I will also include a tassel. All you have to do is subscribe and write in the comments, "Stickers please," and you will be entered to win. And then in 1 week, so I guess next Thursday, we will choose a winner. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!